Welcome to Prairie Founders Club. We travel across Middle America looking for the innovators, the entrepreneurs, the people creating opportunities for our future. We celebrate success and help the next generation of founders. Coming up, we're in Lincoln, Nebraska, where I hang out with Ali Schwanke. In 2016, she founded Simple Strat, a HubSpot solutions partner, and along the way built a YouTube channel that's become the go-to resource for HubSpot users, HubSpot Hacks. Ali is an active part of the Lincoln and Omaha entrepreneurial community, mentoring founders and supporting the growth of new ideas in the true spirit of Prairie Founders Club. She shows me around her home office and takes me on a tour of her old stomping grounds in the Haymarket. All on this episode of Prairie Founders Club. Hey guys, we're gonna go see Ali Schwanke from Simple Strat. Let's check it out.
Hey Ryan.
Hello there.
How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah.
You know, the first thing that catches my eye is this huge whiteboard with all this stuff on it. So tell me about that.
Yeah, this is the whiteboards that used to be in our office downtown, and it's been taken over by my son since then. So this used to be strategic planning for Simple Strat. Now it's this.
So it sounds like you're passing down the whiteboard love.
Oh my goodness, yes. I'll come and I'll find strategy, and I'll find like really inappropriate kid words next to strategy. So
I see two more boards over here as well.
Yes, so this one was actually our first office had this whiteboard in it. So before we discovered this 3M paper, and then again we've got kind of whiteboard pieces throughout the house that we use. So.
Love it, love it. So let's check out your office.
Okay, awesome. This is where I spend my day, and this is where when we went remote, I set this up so that we can record our HubSpot hacks. I have two desks, and essentially the one here on the left is actually where we shoot our HubSpot hacks.
Fantastic.
And then on the right is where I do my day-to-day work, and we've got our infamous Lego blocks.
I recognize the famous blocks. When did you officially go into business?
Simple Strat started in 2016. I think it was January sometime. And at the time it was just me. I kind of sat down and put a manifesto together about how I wanted to change the world of marketing. You know, at the time, I think it was really like based in strategy. And so I really believe that strategy is, I've said this before, when your strategy is good, execution becomes much more simple.
Yeah.
And so I sat down and did that. And then shortly into that journey, I met Tyler Sprunk, who is my business partner now. And we both kind of shared a similar vision for what we wanted to build. We just didn't know that it would end up where it is now.
Right.
And so that's been a really interesting journey, but it's been about, 8 years now?
Could you tell us about some of the different artifacts? I noticed you've got a lot of books down here and multiple copies of books too.
Yes, yeah. So all the books that are on the bottom part are books that I've either read or wanting to read. And then for the books that are on the top, those are books that are written by friends. If I work with someone new, like let's say you and I didn't know each other, and I wanted to give you a gift, I can give you a book that you might most likely haven't read.
Sure.
Because it's from a friend.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Pipeline painting, what is that?
I was part of a program and currently am still part of a program called Pipeline Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And they have a fellowship program. So I went through that. We had a sort of a software product at the time we were working on. So that's what that's about. Now that program is something that I participate in every quarter, but it's been a good, it's almost been like my MBA as a business owner to kind of go through that. So.
Let's go hang out with your plants.
One of the things that I really like about, I said, gardening and plants in general is there's a lot of business lessons that tend to be within plants. Every time I'm working in my plants, I tend to think, I don't want to cut this part of the plant off, but this is for the best health of what we need to do at this point in time.
I love that. I think there's a lot of analogies. I'm a gardener too. And one of the things I think about is you have to deal with the environment, cycles, seasonal cycles, weather, bad, good, bad. So it's like the market. It also takes a long time to develop.
Yeah.
You have to maintain it and you have to be consistent over time. I'd love for you to show me around some of the places that you've frequented in the Haymarket and around downtown Lincoln. So would you mind giving us a little tour downtown?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So we're here in the Haymarket. I want you to show me some of your old stomping grounds.
Well, we're actually on the backside of this building that we just most recently, we were inside this building.
You're in this building, okay.
So right next to us is Arch Rival, the youth marketing agency.
What are some of the things you like about working in the Haymarket when you had an office here?
Yeah, I mean, that was really important to me. I felt like I'm a big energy person, so energy was really important in how people felt when they come to the office, creative. And I think as far as downtown Lincoln, there's been a lot of development and just a lot of art that's gone into this down here. So we just felt like we had to be here. And
when I was at Bulu, we were here too, and I love the fact that everything was so close.
Exactly,
and you were across the street.
Well, this is actually like the backside of our old office here. Actually, this one right here.
Oh, this is right here.
Yeah, this is our old office here.
Ain't coming down, gotta levitate. I know my next win is the best one, so I tell them that I'm on to the
There's so many like hidden offices and companies that you've never even heard of that find their home in these buildings.
Yeah, you've been in the mill building, the apothecary building, in the fuse building, and then this building we walked by over there.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So this says the apothecary here. Where like the A and the P are up there, those are our old offices.
Nice.
We used to have a cardboard cutout of our designer. We used it at a design competition. We held up his head and we were like, "Oh, Brandon, you asked me one time, like, what is with the head or the face on the window?" And we just let people kind of wonder.
When you go to a big event or a conference, what is your strategy and what do you tell your team when you go to these conferences just to maximize your time when you're there?
So I'll use Inbound, for example. Last year, I wanted to write the headline of what happened before we went. So the headline was, Simple Strat comes away from Inbound with record number of new relationships.
One thing I like about you in networking is you're thinking several layers deep. You're not thinking, I'm going to go get a lead that I'm going to close at the conference.
Correct.
It may lead to someone that leads to someone that leads to somebody, et cetera. So I don't know, how do you kind of think about those layers of connections you have?
If you don't have a pain right now that you're willing to transact like money and time to solve, you're not ready to meet with me anyway.
Sure.
So until you know that pain, or if I can uncover it with you, then that might be where you transact that.
That makes a lot of sense. Most people think about this for Husker games, the rail yard, but they may not know there's a lot of entrepreneurial activity. I mean, obviously, you've got Huddle, who's the biggest success story in Nebraska that you can see from here. Company Cam used to be in an office right here, and looks like they've moved to a bigger one.
Yep, there's a lot of entrepreneurial activity going on down here, and if you're not in that scene, you just don't know about it, right?
There's a lot more concentration of innovations and startups.
Yeah, if I talk to folks from Omaha, that's the biggest thing, is the density of the ability to have all of that activity sort of in one area, as opposed to spread out between the Old Market and maybe Blackstone and then West Omaha and all of that.
Gonna take it to the top. Gonna keep it, never stop.
So thanks, Ali, for showing me around. I really appreciate it, and welcome to Prairie Founders Club.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rising up, the fire's lit. Won't back down, won't ever quit. Every beat, every hit, gonna